When many people sit around and ask me questions about who are some of the most dominant athletes I've ever seen in my life, Mike Tyson's name usually comes up. I mean, Mike Tyson, when people say if you know, you know, it definitely applies to a situation like this because, people look at YouTube now and they kind of see the things that have happened in his career, but his rise through the heavyweight division, Mike Tyson was something different. Now, I'm sitting back, I'm not gonna lie, like I watched everything. I was a little kid when Mike Tyson was coming through the heavyweight division. But as I got a little bit older, I remember what it was like for Tyson fights. Tyson fights were events. Like people gather around now, they watch pay-per-view, but Tyson fights were events. It was fight parties, literally. Everybody gathered around. They made sure to be at somebody's house whenever a Tyson fight was around. Yeah, people complain because Tyson fights didn't last long and they felt like they wasted their money, but nobody could get enough. Mike Tyson was just a drug that kept people coming back. Like people were addicted to seeing what Tyson would do in the ring. He called himself the baddest man on the planet. We all agreed. Nobody could bother him. Nobody could touch him. He was invincible. Or so we thought. February 11th, 1990, that aura of invincibility kind of came crashing down. He got in the ring against a guy named James Buster Douglas, right? Now, unless you were a boxing enthusiast, you probably didn't know much about Buster Douglas, right? Like Buster Douglas was just another guy that was in Mike Tyson's way to being the greatest, and Mike Tyson was going to do to Buster Douglas what he did to everybody else. He was going to destroy him. He was going to knock him out. He was going to beat him up for 12 rounds if he didn't knock him out. And that's just as simple as it was. Or so we thought. I remember sitting there watching at the fight party with everybody being shocked. Like, why is this fight lasting so long? Why is this fight going deep into the rounds? Why is Mike Tyson's eye getting swollen? And why is Buster Douglas standing tall? Buster Douglas came into the fight with a heavy heart and lost his mom a couple weeks prior. So, a man fighting with that kind of emotion with nothing to lose, he gave it his all. And he took it to Mike Tyson. I mean, he took Tyson's best shot, getting knocked down early in the fight, got back up, and kept coming, till eventually he landed that uppercut in the 10th round and knocked Mike Tyson down and shook the entire sports world up. Everybody was shook. Everybody didn't know what happened. We were all shocked. Like seeing Mike Tyson go and reach for his mouthpiece, Mike Tyson standing up, staggering, leaning into the referee's arms. It was frightening, man. And I say that in a joking kind of way, frightening. But like Mike Tyson losing, it was like, no way. I was a 7-year-old kid when Mike Tyson got knocked out in Tokyo. But I'll never forget that impact. I'll never forget it. It was crazy. Still one of the craziest things I'd ever seen in my lifetime. One of the greatest upsets in sports history, arguably the biggest upset in boxing history. Buster Douglas was a 42-1 underdog, and he found a way to beat the champ, the undisputed heavyweight champion in the world. Don't get much better than this. If you remember this memory, you like this memory, you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, share it with your friends, family, coworkers, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever.